classified as endangered when its population has declined between 50 and 70% and as when its population is restricted to less than 250 mature individuals. When a species population is this low, its area of rarest and expensive animal number 1 is Javan rhinoceros. The 10 most endangered animals. Only 67 Javan rhinos are currently estimated to remain in the world, making this critically endangered rhino species one of the most threatened large mammal species on Earth. They're confined to one park on the extreme southwestern tip of the Indonesian island of Java. Only 67 Javan rhinos are currently estimated to remain in the world, making this critically endangered rhino species one of the most threatened large mammal species on Earth. The most expensive and rarest animal number 2 is Vaquita. The 10 most endangered animals. The vaquita is a small harbor porpoise native to a very small area in the extreme northern part of the Gulf of California, Mexico. It is the smallest known cetacean, whale, dolphin, or porpoise alive today, reaching lengths of only 4 or 5 feet, 1.2–1.5 m, and weights of not much more than 100 pounds, 45 kg. The vaquita, literally little cow, is a species of porpoise endemic to the northern end of the Gulf of California, averaging 150 cm or 140 cm in length. It is the smallest of all living cetaceans. Today, the species is on the brink of extinction. The most expensive and rarest animal number 3 is mountain gorilla. The 10 most endangered animals. For decades, mountain gorillas have been subjected to uncontrolled hunting, disease, habitat loss, and the ravages of human conflict. Their numbers plummeted, and they are now considered endangered. The International Union for the Conservation of Nature, which sets the conservation status of species, changed their status from critically endangered to endangered in 2008 as their numbers improved. The most expensive and rarest animal number 4 is tigers. The existing subspecies are Bengal, Indochinese, Sumatran, Siberian, and Malayan. Tigers are globally listed as endangered on the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, UCAN Red List of Threatened Species. The Malayan and Sumatran subspecies are listed as critically endangered. Today, the tiger is classified as endangered in the Red List of Threatened Species published by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, UCAN, and it is estimated that there are only 3,500 tigers remaining in the wild worldwide. Banhavgarh National Park is the best place to find tigers in the wild. The most expensive and rarest animal number 5 is Asian elephants. The Asian elephant is classified as endangered by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, IUCN. Its population has declined by an estimated 50% over the past 75 years, and there are an estimated 20,000 to 40,000 Asian elephants left in the wild. The Asian elephant was listed as endangered under the U. Endangered Species Act, ESA, in 1976. Because of their status under CITES and the ESA. Number 6 is giant panda. Everyone loves a panda. They might be the kitschiest animal humanity has driven to the brink of extinction yet. From stuffed animals to martial arts trained CGI abominations, we just can't seem to get enough of the bicolored beasts. Though their awe factor may verge on the cloying, it hasn't been without effect. China, which is home to the remaining wild population of fewer than 2,500 individuals, has since the late 1980s instituted more stringent habitat protections, and poaching has all but ceased. Their status is still tenuous, though. Number 7 is tiger, Panthera tigris. In 1938, the first year a population survey was conducted, only 29 whooping cranes remained in the wild. 3 years later, only 16 were left. Hunting and reduction of their wetland habitat had vitiated the population, and concerted efforts to salvage remnant birds did not begin until the late 1960s. Today, there are over 400 birds, thanks in large part to innovative breeding programs. Though a plan that involved transferring whooping crane eggs to the nests of related sandhill cranes for fostering ultimately failed, captive rearing and reintroduction have established 2 wild populations in Florida, one of which has been taught to migrate to Wisconsin. Number 8 is blue whale, Balaenoptera musculus. There are fewer than 25,000 blue whales, the largest animals on the planet. Comprising several subspecies, blue whales are found in all of the world's oceans save the Arctic. The current population is thought to have been reduced by up to 90% by whaling in the 20th century. Commercial hunting of the species was ultimately banned in 1966. Number 9 is Asian elephant, Elephas maximus. The Aikken's best guess on the current population of Asian elephants, which inhabit 13 countries, is around 40,000, 50,000. That number may be far lower. Some regions inhabited by the lumbering patch items are inaccessible due to the terrain or to political volatility. Over 50% of the population is concentrated in India. The burgeoning human population there and elsewhere in Asia creates conflicts for space and resources. And while the tusks of Asian elephants are much smaller than those of their African counterparts, the Asian species is still poached for its ivory. In skein. Number 10 is sea otter, Enhydra lutris. The luxurious waterproof coat that insulates sea otters from the chilly waters that they inhabit almost led to its extinction. A target of the commercial fur trade, the species was almost wiped out, with only some 2,000 of an estimated 300,000 left by 1911. Make sure to like and subscribe the channel.